Are you 100% certain that what you're doing today is going to get you to the ultimate secure retirement that you want and expect at an age young enough to actually enjoy it? Well, today we're going to talk about that and more in this episode of The Real Money Doctor Show.
My passion in life is to help as many people as possible get, protect, and enjoy their money, life, and retirement.
Life overload syndrome is a condition that afflicts well over 90% of society today. It is a condition that prevents us from identifying and doing the actual long-term important things in our life. It diverts our attention and sucks our time and energy while forcing us to deal with an extraordinary number of daily emergencies and urgent situations. It took some time, but over the years, I've developed an antidote, almost a vaccine, if given early enough, to stop and reverse the effects of life overload syndrome. People taking this antidote or vaccine have been able to pinpoint exactly where they are in relation to their goal, and when used properly, to be 100% certain that they are doing the things on a daily basis that will get them to the ultimate secure retirement that they want and deserve at an age young enough to actually enjoy it. And the antidote that I came up with is the ultimate secure retirement roadmap. Let's look at it now. Right here, we've got retirement mindset and money knowledge. Now, when most people get started, they may be a little confused, but let's do this in regards to money first. Okay. Most people that are in this range, from $0 to $800 to $80,000 in savings, they're sort of on the struggling side of things. Okay. This is your retirement savings on this side, this is your debt on this side. As retirement savings goes up, the debt generally goes down. Most people start a W-2 job, they just got started, they know that there's a 401k exists, okay? They generally have high credit card debt, they might have student loans at this point in time, or they're still going to school actually. And they have just $0 to $80,000 saved, okay? At that point in time, okay, their debt could be as high as 600% of their income. Really on the high side. At this level, people are struggling. They really are, they're in a drought situation at that point in time. Their basic money knowledge then is, I sort of know something's happening. I know that I should know more about money. I'm not exactly certain of what to do. I've heard terms trading. I understand there are money advisors out there. I don't know what they do. I think they're expensive, so I just don't know. You're confused and you just don't know. As you move up, you get a little bit older, all of a sudden now, you start putting more money aside, you're out of school. Some of the credit card debt you start to pay off, but now you start to build a house, you got a family that's growing up with you now. You're a little bit more concerned now because you have that family and you understand that I can't be working forever. The student loan numbers are really annoying the hell out of you at this point in time. They don't seem to be going down. You're funding your 401k with your job, and that's okay. Well, it's your second or third job by now because you've changed place a couple times. And the 401k, the return is just so-so. At this point in time, you've had your W-2 job for a while, you're funding your 401k, you know it's an important thing, everybody told you it was important. Okay. You're starting now to understand, oh yeah, I knew before that I should learn about money, and now you're starting to get some money knowledge. You're acquiring information, okay? You're starting to look at courses, you're looking at tax situations, okay? You're actually looking out to see, who can you find as a tax advisor, who can you find as an investment mentor, okay? Are these things that you want to do? At this point in time, you might have saved somewhere between $80,000 and $400,000. Your debt is starting to drop now a little bit. You got your credit card that's a little bit more under control because you're making more money in your job. So $80,000 to $400,000 in savings is not a bad thing. You're still struggling, you're not going to be able to retire like that, but you're on a good pace. As you move a little bit further along your career, what happens is your income starts to go up with your job skills. You've learned things over the years, they pay you more because you know more. You can do more for the companies. Okay? Or you happen to have your own business. And at this point in time, most people have their own business. They have a 401k left over, they have their own IRA, they have brokerage accounts now, they have some investment real estate possibly, maybe even have a trading account. And they're starting to have a little bit of time. They're busy with the family, but they've moved in such a way that now they're starting to realize, hey, I've been working, I want some time for me. At that point in time now, they start implementing the knowledge that they acquired previously. They start using money knowledge. They start actual trading. they start working more with their tax strategists to come up with taxable tax strategies. What are they doing now? They're actively doing things. At this point in time, they should have generally about $400,000 to $1 million in savings in their retirement account. This is much closer to where they want to be. Not quite there yet, but much, much closer. Now, their personal debt has dropped down to under 300% of their income. Well on their way to a nice solid retirement. Not quite there yet. One last step in this retirement roadmap. The last step is, okay, when you're completely there, you have absolutely no money concerns at all. Most of the funds now are from a trading account, okay, that you can do in just 30 minutes a day. You have time to enjoy life. You're no longer working your W-2 job. If you had a business, you sold that thing. You're starting to enjoy yourself now. At this point in time, you've really arrived. You've got well over $1.5 million in your retirement account. This is not liquid assets, this is not assets, including your house. This is $1.5 million in your retirement account. This is what you're going to draw from. Now you're here. Your debt is now at zero. You've paid everything down. You're in a position, you've done all those things. Your action plan is on autopilot right now. Right now, what you're doing, you're teaching your family what you know. This is a critical thing because now your family won't have to struggle in these earlier steps that you went through. You already know what to do. You can now show your family what to do. So when we put this together, when you do this, okay, all of a sudden now, you are living your ultimate secure retirement. And you're doing it at an age actually young enough to enjoy it. This is what we want to talk about in a retirement roadmap. You can pinpoint exactly where you are, what you need to do, what knowledge level you are at this point in time. What do you have to do knowledge-wise? Are you struggling? Do you have under $80,000 in retirement savings? Okay, is your knowledge just basic about money? What do you need to do? Do you need to acquire more knowledge about money, about trading, about taxes, how to cut your taxes, how to increase the rates of returns? Okay, once you're there, do you have $400,000 in savings at this point in time? If you don't have $400,000 in savings, you're sort of stuck in these levels. For the most part, I've been doing this for close to 30 years now. I work with clients, most of my clients are in these first two levels. Yes, I do have some clients who have made it to the top. They have listened to me over the years and they're doing very nicely. And I'm certain that if you use this information, you can too. Use what we discussed, pinpoint yourself on the roadmap, see what you need to do to acquire that more money knowledge. Okay, put it together, and then let's see specifically what we need to do in order to get there. So now we've identified exactly where you're at on the retirement roadmap. You know exactly where you are. That's really critical because at that point in time, now you can start to take control of your life. You figure out already, okay, what's important to you. You've identified where you're at, what things you need to do. Once you do that, you've got an amazing calm and clarity in your life at this point in time. With that calm and clarity, now you can take back control of your life. No more fear, no anxiety, no stress. Because no matter what happens in the outside world, you know your life is now under control. You're on a path, one that you've clearly identified being the most important things in your life to get you to where you want to go. The question is, how do you do those things? The answer is to go back to a very simple success formula that we talked about in an earlier episode. That formula is very simple. You decide what you want to do, you write it down. Once you write it down, you act on it, you assess the actions. Where are they? Are you getting closer or further away from what you want to do? Once you're there, you look at it again. When you're making that assessment, now you decide again. Am I closer or farther? If I'm closer, fine, do more of those things. If I'm farther away, change one thing. Write it down, act on it, assess it. This is a very circular pattern. You go from decide to write to act to assess. You keep doing this circular pattern, and as you do, all of a sudden now, your outside world changed from this, with all this clutter and confusion, to smaller and smaller and smaller concentric circles with each time you go through the circle. So you're narrowed down, you're laser focused on those things that you need to do for you and your family so that you have your ultimate secure retirement and you can have it at an age young enough so you can actually enjoy it.
And remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. I'm Dr. Fred Rouse, the real money doctor, and I'm here to help you get, protect, and enjoy your money, life, and retirement. Until we get together again, please take the time to enjoy your life.
If you like this video, and you want to know more about how I can help you create your iconic life, for a free report, head over to drfredrouse.com/iconic life.